Hi, I'm Leslie Lalonde from Gals Dig It. Today I'm going to be speaking with a very dynamic individual who is an amazing friend and business partner. Not too many years ago, she had hit basically rock bottom, and she's here because she's changed her life around completely and is going to share her story with us today. Come on in, Julie.
Hi, Leslie.
Hi, Julie.
Hi, everyone.
Thanks for being here today to talk about this.
I'm excited to share. As you know, we've been kind of on this venture for a while, so yeah, I'm excited to share with all of our viewers.
Great. Well, do you mind sharing with us your story about your financial troubles and how you've managed to turn your life around in just a few short years?
Yeah, absolutely. I guess it kind of starts with way back when I was young. My family, we didn't talk a lot about money at home. We didn't talk about really how to manage money, what your money should be used for, how to save money. A big book back then was The Wealthy Barber, which we've all read.
Yes.
Definitely know about it. And you know, he had a rule about saving 10%.
Right.
So Dad, you know, was really a big believer in putting 10% of your money away for the future. So we all learned that, but I struggled with what to do with the other 90% of the money, and I learned very quickly I could spend it. So that was the habit that I got into when I was very young. It's just spending almost all I was making. And then as you get older, you have responsibilities, you are wanting to do more things, your friends are doing things, they're going on trips, they're buying new clothes, and I wanted everything, right? So, and I'm a spender by nature, which you know very well about me, and so I wanted all the fancy clothes. I wanted to be able to have a girls trip away if that was up for grabs, and I wasn't willing to wait. And along came credit cards, and I learned very quickly what the maximum rate was, and that if you hit the maximum, you could easily get extended credit, and the banks would just give you more and more and until a point, and then everything kind of came crashing down. And when I had first moved out on my own and started having to pay for hydro and groceries and the maintenance of the house and those types of things, you know, things really quickly got out of hand, and I struggled. I ended up getting into a severe debt, and to a point that when I started early on in my career, I was doing a lot of traveling, and it was so bad that I ended up being stuck in San Francisco, and I just had one more night of my trip, and I couldn't, I was declined when I went to check in for that last night. My flight was the next morning, and the lady behind the counter basically said that I couldn't check in because there was no room on my visa. It was declined, and asked me for another card. I was like, yeah, I have another card, but they're all maxed. All of them are maxed. The line of credit was maxed. There was really no money to draw on. So luckily I had been there going to this hotel for a few years at this point. So I was able to negotiate a really good
Arrangement.
It was a good way of putting it, so that I didn't have to sleep at the airport. But it was very bare minimum quarters, and you know, I had to go to the store around the corner, walk there to grab something to eat so that I could, you know, sustain myself through to the next day when I got home. But that was the big wake-up call that things needed to be turned around.
And what did you do to turn them around? What were some of the steps that you took?
Well, I first I met somebody who in the airport who introduced me to this book called The Millionaire Mind, The Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker, which I've subsequently shared with everybody I know. So I know you've read it as well. And that book was really simple strategy on what money was all about, and it helped me, really common sense way and approach, helped me figure out what to do with all of the money I took in. Not just the 10% that needs to go to savings, but what to do with the other 90%. And what I really liked about this book is that each, the way that they set things up, and in the book they talk about setting up in jars. So, and I'll talk about that maybe in a second, but the jar system allows you to really tap into all of the different psychological things that you need in life. So you need to be able to play and have fun. You need to feel, especially as women, we want to give back to our families, give back to our friends and community. So there's a jar that's dedicated to that.
Right.
There's a jar dedicated to education, which I'm really big on people learning and advancing themselves in their careers, professionally, personally. There's a jar that deals with all your necessities, you know, and there's a jar that deals with all of those things that we want to buy but can't right now. You know, if we want to buy a house, it's a maybe a long-term plan or goal, but you need to start saving now. So you know, have a jar for that, and then a jar for your retirement. So it really helped me structure it, and I started that process, and I actually went back in time by 6 months just to see where I was spending my money, and put that system in place. And now when I get a check or any type of money in, it automatically gets split up into certain percentages into those jars, and I don't think about it anymore. And if I don't have money in my play jar, which is rare, but if I don't have money in my play jar for that exact thing, maybe I just needed to wait another week or a month before I get to do that thing. But I still have that money that I can go out and have tea with the girls, dinner with the girls, a vacation with the girls or my spouse, or those types of things.
It also helped you figure out your expenses, right? Like not
Absolutely.
only, you know, the living expenses, but also your debt and how to whittle away at that, which you did, and
Yeah.
you're debt free now.
Yeah.
Well, other than your mortgage.
So there's still a couple things that we're working on, but yeah, the jar system was a system, and they have ideal percentages, and I definitely wasn't at those ideal percentages. My what they call necessities, housing and food and your car payments and stuff like that, that was over 80% of what I was taking home. So it left very little for anything else, which is why I was struggling and feeling like I wasn't living the life. So yeah, part of that is looking at your necessities and doing exactly that. What is a necessity? And some things I needed to pare back to the point that I ended up moving home back to my parents. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for opening your home back to me to allow me to do that. But I was able to really realign my necessities and figure out a better way of doing it, wait till I get it back on my feet. And I wasn't home for that long. It was under a year. I thought it was going to be longer, but it was under a year, and I was able to get everything back on track and be able to actually at that point buy my first condo.
That's right. Yeah, so that's fantastic, and you're right, it didn't take you very long. Once you found a system that worked for you, and you didn't even stop there. I mean, you took so many courses and you read so many books, and
Yeah.
I mean, we went through each other's libraries of books, and you know, you celebrated all your little wins with your friends and family, and you had people there keeping you on track and checking in with you, and
Absolutely.
yeah, it was.
Well, that's a big part of it is investing the time and learning about those different strategies, investing the time in myself, and moving things along. And I talk about having a big win on education. And I was lucky, not all of those funds had to come out of my pocket. I borrowed books from the library, I borrowed books from family and friends that I wanted to learn about, and found some really good mentors in life to help me move to that next level.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, we pooled our resources together, not only our knowledge resources, but our talent. And we've taken lots of courses, and we've learned lots of things, and we've compiled all of those on our website.
Yep.
We started our business together. galsdigit.com is our website, and on there, if you weren't taking notes on this, no worries. Everything that we've been talking about today is on that website. Some of the budgeting tips, strategies, expense reductions. There's ebooks on there. One of them is your ebook.
Yep, I wrote an ebook on how to make your home more energy efficient and save money. So there's a lot of things there to keep your heating bills down, your water bills down, and just how to prep it for the fall and winter months, so that you're not here in the northern hemisphere. We've got some of those issues we need to deal with, and that's what it's all about. And simple things that everybody can do to save money.
The 101 great money saving tips. Our book is on there. We have, for those who would like an actual system, an electronic system, there's a very simple and easy one that you can get off of our website. It's there for you, and it's basically, we're all about how to live, how to have fun, how to save not only for retirement, but for all those unexpected expenses, and then those things that you really want in life, like a trip or big flat screen TV or whatever it is.
A new wardrobe,
those boots.
Those boots that I love so much.
Yeah. And there's a newsletter. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. And so we've got lots going on. We look forward to connecting with all of you. And stay tuned for our next interview that we're going to be doing about having to take a very similar strategy of the budget and applying it to your time. Well, thank you for your time today, Julie.
Thank you, Leslie. I look forward to the next time we get to chat.
Absolutely. Thanks, everyone. And please check out our website at galsdigit.com.